This is an HR program on demand, a living seed capsule of work life and workplace coming live from a rooftop in Stockholm, Sweden. It's me, Marie Andric, and
me, Katarina Berg.
A vodcast, if you like, on HR, straight across the counter. Sponsored by HR The Real Deal, HR by HR for HR. Hi, Katarina.
Hello.
So,
yes.
Another hot topic.
Mm-hmm. There's a lot of hot topics
right
now.
Let's just.
Yeah, and also quite windy.
It's very windy. Quite a few hot topics.
Mm-hmm.
Another hot topic, straight from the press, is mental well-being.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
A lot to read in reports and posts and what have you on mental well-being currently.
Mm-hmm.
Thoughts, reflections, elaborations?
First of all, obviously it's very sad that the numbers, therefore cases, therefore people, are not experience good mental health. It's taking a turn for the worse if you at least read most of the research and reports. And I think you have to take that into account. Also have to take it seriously. And I think the companies that have thought about this and also think it's important to decide and even have a strategy, honestly, of what do we do, but also what don't we do, because you can't do everything. These are individuals that come to work. These are also part of society, families, friends, and the workplace. And I think all the things that we used to rely on most parts of the world, that, you know, the doctors or the hospitals or the governments or everything that has to do with the support system in a society would help with, is actually, I think, less and less. And then more and more you have to look for that support somewhere else. And I think we see that when it comes to everything from social impact and philanthropy and all that the companies are stepping in, where most of the governments actually are dismantling their support.
Yes, stepping out.
Yeah.
Yeah. True. And then we talked about this in a few episodes earlier as well. You are very dedicated around mental well-being at Spotify.
I think we are. And then again, if you talk to people that work here and people that would either lean in and check out what we do, especially in the space we call heart and soul, you can always do more. But I think the question is also, when do you start not helping? And where is that line, if there is a line in the sand, where it's not necessarily the employer or the workplace or your manager? And then, of course, as soon as I say that, if anybody listens to the VOD, they will go, what do you mean? But to give you a couple of concrete examples, for instance, I think science also said for the longest time, if you don't put in some of your effort yourself and you don't want to do the things that will help you with the tools you get for somebody that is professional in helping you, the success to actually become healthier will not be there. So to just pay for, you know, all the support and all the help you can get year in and year out, usually it's not necessarily helpful. There needs to be something that pushes you, and that needs to be something that says also, I want to find a safer and a better and a healthier place for myself. So when we started this, I think you can continue and do. But then again, if you only talk about mental illness, then I think everybody will get sick. So I think it's one of those, you have to talk and focus about the mental health or well-being. And then I think for us, one of the focus areas is that it's stigma-free, right? We're not saying that we will do everything and fix everything. I'm not really sure if we can. And now there was another report that I read from kind of the Happy Institute from the Stockholm School of University, where it's very connected to purpose, where they say, you know, one of the biggest purposes for grown-ups comes from work. And if you have a job that is meaningful, you will also feel better and also be in a better place. So I think in the workplace, if we all of a sudden wake up one day and decide that we will take the role of, hospitals or governments and not run a business, I think it's also a very slippery slope. So here to sometimes ask our people, this is what we expect, but this is what we're going to support with. We also know that everybody will be in situations where you need help, no matter if it's small things, but for individuals, big, like debts, divorces, challenges with gambling or alcohol or drugs
abuse.
or any type of abuse. I mean, it's important that everybody knows that you're trying to, together with them, chase or challenge and also quit with whatever is not making you feel healthy or whole. It's not about getting rid of the person. It's about, but that person also needs to want to get better.
Right.
So it's one of those contracts that you work with. But what I think could be dangerous in a way too is if you don't dare as an organization to say, we are actually a business, but it does not matter when it comes to, hey, the support function, but we're gonna make sure that we're also gonna run the business. So these are the things that I think you have to discuss, you need to be open about, but you also have to take a stance on what you want to do and how much and I think these are the articles.
Yeah.
How much will a company step up? Why are they not stepping up? Are they stepping up too much? But I think there is something that could also be called too much, right? Where it gets a bit blurry of, is it the workplace or
what
is
is
it society or
exactly.
support? Is it the support system?
Yeah.
So I think those are the things that we read about right now. But the numbers per se are very disappointing and depressing, I think.
Depressing
per se,
for sure, yeah. Where do you have that dialogue? Where do you talk about that balancing act of how to support your employees with proactive
I think
mental well-being?
I think you do that on all levels. You have a discussion in the executive team, obviously, because, I mean, if you have a safe and open organization with a culture where you discuss the things that happens to you and your colleagues, these things don't stay away from the executive room.
Right.
Then teams talk about it. You talk managers and their employees talk about it. Then, of course, we have a team that are specialists and can support. It doesn't mean that they do everything and should support with everything, but they have the knowledge. Then you have in your healthcare support, you have specialists where you can have support and help. You talk about it as a part of for us, the band manifesto or the playbook for what it means to be a Spotifyer. You also have, I think we now have around 240 first aiders / heart and soul ambassadors. So you can talk to them no matter where you are in the organization. And sometimes it's easier to talk to colleagues, even if they might not be your closest colleagues, and they have got an education. Again, they are not supposed to step in. They are not psychologists or psychiatrists. Very important that you also then help and guide.
Pass on.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
So you don't
point them in the right direction.
Yes, because otherwise that would be very taxing for people, and that's not necessarily their first or second line of work.
True.
So try to find a system where you can add these things, but also guide people to the professional people that they need for that moment or for a longer time. But talk about it, I think, open and freely is one of the things that you can do as a workplace.
Yeah, it's not stigmatized, as you said.
I think it is anyway, but hopefully we have come a way where people understand that it's safe to talk about the things and the issues and the challenges that we say that we want people to have long tenures, and if you are here more than 5-10 years, obviously something will happen to you that is not like 100% like peachy and
life
chirpy.
happens.
Yeah, life happens.
Yeah,
to all of us.
To all of us. Beautiful. Thank you so very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Shall we?
Yes.
Let's do it.
Stay safe
Stay strong.
and stay active.
I det modalje.
Är gardinen liksom I den där jävla glipan. Jag är så trött på den glipan nu. Alltså. Och det är aldrig någon som säger någonting. Och varenda bild vi har
men det går
så har
inte.
jag en gardinöppning i hela skallen. Och alla bara, vi tar de här korten. Och så sitter du och säger så här, kan jag göra mig lite brunare? Men jag har ju för fan inget hår.
Jo, men vad ska
jag
han
är ju
göra?
skallig i en hel gardinöppning. Men jag bara, du kan göra Ann-Marie lite vackrare. Det är efter när vi tar stillbilderna.
Ja, men då ser inte jag dig. Du är ju liksom här. Simon, det är ditt fel.
Ja, det är mitt fel.
Nej, Simon jobbar ju.
Men har du en stylist?
Nej, det har jag inte. Nej.
Jo,
Nej.
men du måste ju ha en stylist. Because you're hot. We have a hot topic with the hot Katarina. Okej, ja. Ja, men det ser ju lite liksom spontaneous ut.
Är det så?
Att säga. Ja. Ska vi ha några med glas eller?